Hey everybody, today I'd like to talk to you about 4 ways that meditation affects your emotions, your emotional state. Now, by meditation, I'm talking about Zen meditation or mindfulness meditation or possibly transcendental meditation where you work with a mantra. But I'm speaking less of like guided meditations and things of that nature where you're visualizing. So with this type of meditation, the first effect on your emotions is reduced anxiety. Now, I don't think I have to go into this very deeply because everybody knows that meditation has a calming effect. Simply by taking deep breaths and paying attention to your breathing, you calm yourself and you start to feel more relaxed and centered and grounded also. So secondly is stress reduction, which goes hand in hand with reduced anxiety. When you meditate, you selectively experience your emotions, or you learn to selectively experience your emotions. When emotions come up while you're meditating, you just take a look at it. You kind of separate yourself from it. Emotions begin to present themselves differently, or we experience emotions differently after developing a meditative practice. When you're in meditation and you experience an emotion, again, you separate yourself from it, you take a look at it, you watch it come and go, and that is a new way of experiencing the emotions. And as you practice this becomes more and more of your everyday life, how you experience emotion. Stressors are put in perspective, and thus you have less anxiety, or you get less worked up about it, because we learn to back up from it and put it into perspective. The third way that meditation affects emotions is that it affects emotional reactivity. Now, many times, with me at least, when an emotion strikes, more so in the past, before I began my meditative practice, but still sometimes now, something comes up, like something that's angering, and I'm just like, and you want to act out on it immediately. But meditation teaches you to distance yourself from the emotional experience and to take a look at it. Staying in the present decreases the need to evaluate emotions. You don't judge the emotion, you just watch it come and go. And this lets you slow down and just take a look at the emotion and not to judge it as something good or bad. You just feel it and experience it and let it pass, which is different than bottling it up also, because you're letting it come and you're being with it, and then you're watching it dissipate. You also develop an equanimity of cognition, which is where all your thoughts and all your emotions, or even an itch that you feel on your skin, is looked at equally. You're not judging it, and again, that decreases the immediacy with which you want to react to to something. You can just be with it, let it come, and let it pass on. So the fourth way, and in many ways the most important way that meditation affects emotions, is by helping us with impulse control, which kind of stems off of the last thing I was talking about. But impulse control is kind of the same thing as willpower. Now, this all takes place in the prefrontal lobe, behind your eyes and your forehead. And meditation scientists have looked at people who meditate and looked at them in meditation with sensors and things that they stick on their heads and monitor what's going on in the brain. And after 11 hours of meditation, they can actually see a difference in the prefrontal cortex. It gets a workout, just like your muscles get a workout from physical exercise. There is an increased blood flow to it as a result of meditation. Now, when you're meditating, you're obviously using your willpower in order to sit there for long enough to meditate. You're willing yourself to separate yourself from your mind, and you're just watching thoughts come and go, and willing yourself to come back to your breath. Meditation is one of the best ways to build willpower. The importance of willpower is obvious to anyone. You need willpower to get up out of bed and do anything. To people who practice magic, willpower is very important. If you look at some of the writings about the ancient Italian witches, some of their spells are like way into the willpower. They're demanding to the goddess Diana that such and such happens, and they even go as far as to make a consequence for the goddess. Now, this isn't quite the way that I do it, because I believe that there should be a balance between strength and reverence, honor and humility. So I don't take it that far, but still, willpower is very important. When you're doing a magic act, or even in any kind of prayer that a person might do, you are projecting energy outwards with your will, and the more power that you're putting out from your will, the more of an effect it's going to have on the flow that comes back to you from the universe. And you also need willpower to work along with this flow, doing the things that you need to do to make what your goal is, to make it happen. You can't just sit back and think that it's going to happen. You have to work with the energy that you've produced from your prayer or from your spell or from any other type of work that you're trying to do with the energy of the universe. So I hope this video has been motivating to you to stay in your meditative practice or to start a meditative practice. That's it for today. Much love. Namaste.